Greetings, fellow detectives. Wizard Kitten here, bringing you part 4 in our Let's Play of Agatha Christie's Murder on the Orient Express, featuring Detective Hercule Poirot. We, in our last part, fully explored the crime scene here. We've officially discovered the crime aboard the Orient Express. We've looked at all the clues, we found everything we need to find, and now we need to go into our brain and make some conclusions here. So let's see. The murderer's way out. The window is open. The chain on the hall door is broken. There is a connecting door leading to the adjacent room. The train is stopped, trapped in the snow. Mr. Michel broke open the hall door this morning. The connecting door is not latched. There is a connecting door leading to the adjacent room. How do I... Oh yeah, okay. And the connecting door is not latched. The murderer was able to get through the connecting door because it was not latched. That's certainly one theory. The chain on the hall door is broken, and Mr. Michel broke it open this morning. The murderer could not get out through the hall door because it was locked from the inside. And the train is stopped, trapped in the snow, and the window is open. But there aren't any footprints. The murderer probably hoped he was going to get out at the next station through the window, but the train never made it. Okay. Conclude.
So, the murderer must have exited through Madame Hubbard's room.
That was easy.
Which is why she said, there was an intruder in my room. Let's see, the witnesses of the escape. I have to ask the people whose rooms were closest to Ratchet's if they saw or heard anything. Who are the two people who could have seen the murderer leaving the room? Mrs. Hubbard. And then maybe Monsieur Michel, because he was in the hall, probably.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
Okay. So now I have to interrogate Michel and Mrs. Hubbard. Easily enough. Done easily enough. Is there anything else that I need to be looking at? Or is this just telling me that I have to...
I shouldn't leave until I have finished inspecting the crime scene.
What am I missing here? Okay, so now I have another new node. Under Ratchet's death, I need to recap events. Okay, select 2 elements that help uncover what happened the night of the murder. Ratchet had a gun under his pillow. Ratchet's watch was found stuck at 1:15 a.m. A glass containing dregs of powder was found next to Ratchet. A letter threatening Ratchet was found in his safe, and a box of sleeping pills was found in the bedroom. The powder and the sleeping pills. Ratchet drinks sleeping pills the night of the murder. Threatening letter. Ratchet's watch. Ratchet had a gun under his pillow, probably because of the threatening letter. Ratchet was on his guard. Ratchet's watch was found stuck at 1:15. Ratchet was on his guard. So why did he drink sleeping pills? I guess. Yeah. Ratchet wanted to stay on his guard, yet he took a sleeping pill.
I can't imagine Ratchet taking a sleeping pill if he feared for his life.
My little gray cells did not let me down.
Okay. Ratchet's employees. I need to interview the people who worked for Ratchet. They might be able to tell me something about the victim. So that would be McQueen. And his other employee, probably this guy? Who we haven't talked to at all yet.
Et voilà.
Okay, so we've got lots of interrogation to do this episode, it appears.
I think I've seen everything I need at the moment. I'm counting on you to finish your analysis.
I'll have a more detailed report for you as soon as I can.
Okay, I've seen everything I need to see.
So, Poirot, Did you find anything out?
It's a bit early for the handcuffs, my friend. Even for Hercule Poirot. Do not worry, mon ami. I believe our culprit has no plans to strike again. Monsieur Ratchet was the target. Of that I am convinced. Tell me, Book, how did you spend last night?
This is a joke, I hope. Don't you trust your old friend?
My friend, calm yourself. I must hear your story in order to corroborate other accounts.
Ah, naturally. Let me see. I went to my compartment after dinner. Dr. Constantine was already there. We talked about his career. He's a Cambridge man, you know. After university, he returned to his country and has done much good there. He was so interested in the Orient Express. I told him all the anecdotes I know. I'm not certain when we fell asleep, but it was very late.
Here is what I have found out. Monsieur Ratchet was stabbed many times. I also found threatening letters in his safe. He had a loaded gun under his pillow, so he was on guard, ready to defend himself. However, there was an empty glass with white residue at the bottom. I suspect a barbiturate. Perhaps he was forced to take it. In any case, I am certain he was unconscious, unable to defend himself. I also found several other items at the crime scene, possibly related to the murder. They must be investigated.
By all means, Poirot. As fast as you can.
I also found liquid for an electronic cigarette, but I could not find a vape. This might belong to the murderer.
This criminal is an amateur.
I need a list of the passengers with their compartment numbers.
Pierre Michel will have it.
I must interview the rest of the passengers and the staff.
I'll be in the bar car if you need me. We are hours late. Soon I hope help will arrive.
New track, the list of passengers. Well, I need to talk to Monsieur Michel anyway, seeing as how he could have seen something.
Good morning, madam. I am Hercule Poirot.
Caroline Hubbard. What can I do for you, Mr. Poirot?
I am the bearer of unfortunate news.
It's obvious with all the commotion that something has happened.
Madame Hubbard, I am afraid your neighbor, Monsieur Ratchet, was murdered last night.
Oh my God! I knew it! I knew it!
I would like to ask you some questions, but first, may I inspect your room?
Of course, yes, you must.
She said, oh, Canadian? I guess I was assuming American. Probably just a housewife? Maid, controller? She's older, 60.
That's the right answer.
Okay, well that's good. Let's see. Search room 204. Alright, what do we got here?
The luxury of the Orient Express is present in every detail.
Yeah, the blue glass bowl is very fancy. Okay.
This door connects to Monsieur Ratchet's compartment. It was latched on this side.
Yeah, interesting. Let's see. Am I not supposed to look at that? Don't see anything else. There's just a bag down here. But clearly I'm supposed to look at something else here. Move. I don't know why I can't look at that. Or if I'm clearly missing something there. We'll have to check that out in a second. Let's see what else we can find. Door was latched.
Here is a jacket button. It bears the logo of the Orient Express.
A jacket button from an Orient Express jacket. A golden moustache! Well, good.
You can never have too many of these.
It's been a while since I found one of those. Okay, can I talk to her?
Madame, please tell me about last night.
The murderer was right here in my compartment. I woke up. All in the dark it was. I was just so scared I couldn't scream. I pressed the call button. I pressed and pressed. I heard footsteps running in the corridor, then a knock on my door. "Come in," I screamed. And I switched on the lights at the same time. And would you believe it? There wasn't a soul there.
You think he went back into the other compartment?
How do I know where he went? I had my eyes shut tight. The conductor came in. I told the man what had happened, and he didn't seem to believe me. I asked him to search the room, but he found nothing. I told the conductor to look at the door between the compartments, and sure enough, it wasn't bolted. Well, I soon saw to that. I told him to bolt it, then and there.
How is it you didn't bolt the door between the two compartments?
But I had. Well, as a matter of fact, I asked that Swedish lady, Olsen, Greta, if it was bolted, and she said it was.
How was it you could not see for yourself?
I was already in bed, and my toiletry bag was hanging on the hook of the door. I couldn't see the latch from where I was.
What time was it when you asked her to do this for you?
Oh, it must have been around 10:30 or 10:45 p.m. She'd come along to see if I had an aspirin. But instead of opening my door, she opened Mr. Ratchet's door by mistake. He said something quite rude, like, "Not a chance, lady, you're too old." It shocked her. She came in. I told her where to find the aspirin, and she got it out of my toiletry bag. Poor girl, she didn't have a good night.
The same could be said for Monsieur Ratchet. It appears Mademoiselle Olsen may be the last person to see Ratchet alive.
Someone I'll certainly need to talk to. Replay the toiletry bag scene. Ah, okay.
Is this your handkerchief?
No, not at all.
Yet it is embroidered with an initial H, like your name.
I don't care. It's not mine, and I would certainly never buy something so impractical as that frilly thing.
Are you a smoker?
No, definitely not. Filthy habit.
I found a jacket button on your table. It looks like it belongs to a train employee. The button bears the logo of the Orient Express.
Well, of course the conductor came in last night, but he didn't go near that table.
Still, it's a safe bet that it belongs to the conductor. I'll check his jacket later, to be sure.
Okay.
I have not finished inspecting your room. If you don't mind,
Let's see. So I need to reenact the toiletry bag situation. So if I open this up, can I now take the toiletry bag? Pick up. Okay. And now I hang it on the hook.
see if Mrs. Hubbard was telling the truth about the latch of the connecting door.
Interact.
This hook is probably where Mrs. Hubbard hung her toiletry bag. I can see the latch very well from here, even with the toiletry bag attached. I'll have to clear that up with Mrs. Hubbard. Mrs. Hubbard, you told me that the door connecting the two compartments was closed, correct?
Yes, it was, as I told you. I was already in bed and my toiletry bag was hanging on the hook of the door. I couldn't see the latch from where I was. That's why I asked Miss Olsen to check if it was closed.
Okay. Which of these sentences contains a lie? I was already in bed. My toiletry bag was hanging on the hook of the door. I couldn't see the latch from where I was. That's why I asked Miss Olsen to check if it was closed. You could see the latch.
Are you sure everything you've told me is accurate, Madame Hubbard?
Of course. I have an excellent memory.
Okay, select the element that proves she's lying. The latch is visible. She took aspirin. No, the latch is visible.
Mrs. Hubbard, I tested putting your toiletry bag on the door hook as you told me. From your bed, you can easily see the latch on the door. The toiletry bag does not hide the latch at all.
Are you saying I'm lying? It may have been stuck somehow in a different position, or I may not have seen it in the darkness. Or I didn't think to look, you irritating man.
Details matter, madame. A man has been most savagely murdered. You will excuse me if I attempt to separate the truth from the false.
Forget my toiletry bag and focus on who entered my compartment. Probably after killing Mr. Ratchet.
Madame Hubbard is a force to be reckoned with, but I suspect I'm not done with her.
You irritating man!
Thank you for your assistance, madame.
Okay, I've searched the room and I've talked to Mrs. Hubbard. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's his valet. That's Mr. Goodman. The list of passengers I still need, but everything else appears to be done on this side. Okay. Well, that's good. Good progress. Let's see if we can talk to Monsieur Michel.
Monsieur Michel, I must ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
I will do everything I can to help.
First of all, tell me about yourself.
Very well. My name, as you know, is Pierre Michel. I am from Calais. I've been with the company for over 15 years.
Thank you.
He is French. He a controller? What does that mean? I don't know if is he a valet or is he a controller? I don't know what a controller means. He's older, 57.
That was easy.
Okay, he's a controller. Let's see.
Can you provide me with a listing of the passengers and their rooms, please?
Yes, certainly.
Merci. Okay. We've got Toby Harris, someone Constantine, Hector McQueen, Edward Masterman, Antonio Foscarelli, Mary Debenham, Greta Olson, Joanna Locke, Hildegard Schmidt, Archibald Arbuthnot, Natalia Dragomirov, Cyrus Hardman, Nikolaj Petrovich, Samuel Ratchet, Caroline Hubbard, Rudolph Adrenal. Remember staff: Pierre Michel, Freya Nielsen, Hotaru Mori, and Jean Faucher. I'm not on here. In this unicorn page, that must be the logo.
Are you a smoker?
Indeed.
Do you smoke e-cigarettes?
No. Tobacco only.
I would like to reconstruct with your help the events of last night. Monsieur Ratchet retired to bed. When?
Almost immediately after dinner, sir. Actually, before we left Belgrade.
Did anybody go into his compartment after that?
His valet, monsieur. Monsieur Masterman. And then his secretary, the young American gentleman. Monsieur McQueen.
And that is the last time you saw or heard of him?
No, monsieur. You forget that Monsieur Ratchet rang his bell around 12:40 a.m., soon after we had stopped. I knocked at the door, but he called out in French, "Ce n'est rien, je me suis trompé." I then left to answer another bell that had just rung.
Ah, I doubt he knew French. But it seems our killer does. And so it was around 12:40. That's very interesting.
Where were you at 1:15 a.m.?
I was sitting on my little seat at the end of the car, facing up the corridor.
Are you sure?
I left a little after 1 a.m. to speak about the snow with my colleague Jean in the bar car. I came back later. There was a call. I remember speaking to you.
Indeed, I remember. Carry on.
It was the American lady, Madame Hubbard. She thought she saw a man in her compartment. Then, around 1:50 a.m., I made the bed for Monsieur Ratchet's secretary, Monsieur McQueen. He had spent the evening talking with the English Captain Arbuthnot. At 2 a.m., I returned to my place and stayed there until dawn.
What is the last station where we stopped?
Vinkovsky.
Could someone have come on board?
Possibly. I was very busy. Owing to the weather, we were a few minutes late. We left at 12:10 a.m.
I found a button from an Orient Express staff jacket. Did you lose one by any chance?
No, monsieur. As you can see, I have all my buttons. It is not mine.
I have all my buttons. Always good to have all of one's buttons. Mr. Michel's activity. Interesting. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to remember the order of events. Okay. Mrs. Hubbard calls Mr. Michel, then he speaks with me. That was around 1:40, wasn't it? Mr. Michel goes to make McQueen's bed. Mr. Michel leaves for the bar car with Mr. Fauché. Mr. Michel stays at his post until the morning. That's probably at 2. The train is stuck by the snowdrift. Ratchet calls Mr. Michel. Mr. Michel smokes on the station platform of Vinkovci. Mr. Michel returns to the train and the train leaves Vinkovci. Let's see. Okay, he said we left at about 12:10. Mr. Michel returns to the train. That was probably... So he smokes on the station platform. We leave at about 12:10. Mr. Michel leaves for the bar car with Mr. Fauché. Miss Hubbard calls Mr. Michel, then he speaks with me. He makes McQueen's bed. The train is snuck by the snowdrift. I believe this is correct. If I'm remembering everything right.
My little gray cells did not let me down.
Okay. Yeah, the killer avoided Mr. Michel. Let's see. Select 2 elements to deduce how the killer avoided being seen by Michel. Mr. Michel is on the platform of Vinkovci station at midnight. The train leaves Vinkovci at 12:10. The train is stopped by the snow at 12:30. Mr. Michel is not at his post between 1 and 1:20. Ratchet's watch is apparently broken at 1:15. Mr. Michel watches the corridor all night starting at 2 a.m. Well, these 2 are in the same time frame. The murderer was able to take advantage of Mr. Michel's absence to escape without being seen at 1:15. Oh, is that it?
While Monsieur Michel was chatting with Monsieur Fauché in the bar car between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m., the murderer could have escaped Ratchet's room without being seen. That's the right answer.
Okay. Is Mrs. Hubbard a suspect? Is Mr. Michel a suspect? My gut tells me that neither of them is a suspect. But I don't know if I want to make those intuitive guesses right now. Okay. We have several other passengers to interrogate. Let's see who we can find. Who's available. Let's maybe interrogate at least one more suspect, depending on how our time goes. Let's see. Hello, gentlemen. Madame. Okay, Madame. Let's talk to Monsieur
So,
Bouc.
Poirot, I hope you are progressing in your investigation.
I have not finished yet, but it is progressing, yes. I still have many questions that must be answered. I will report to you as soon as I can.
Okay, so, talk to everyone and then talk to Monsieur Bouc. Got it. Nothing to talk to you about. Do I need to confirm your alibi? No, doesn't look like it. Or the alibi of, Michel. Okay. Who's in the restaurant? Nobody. Oh, I have to use their room list. Unless I need to talk to either the pastry chef or the regular chef, but I don't think I do. Okay. Let's go check out their rooms. The most important detail, I think, so far is that whoever was in Ratchet's room and told Michel that it was fine spoke in French and in a voice that was not Ratchet's voice. So it has to be somebody who knows French. And it was a man's voice. Let's see. Let's look at the list here real quick. Who do we need to talk to? McQueen, we need to talk to, and Masterman. So they're in 102 and 103. We're in the 205, in the 200 section right now. We already talked to Mrs. Hubbard. That was Ratchet's room. This is my room. Okay. So if we go through here, we should be able to find McQueen and Masterman. 104, 103. That's some Alexei Markovic posture right there. I think Alexei. No. Victor Lossett posture? No, Victor Lossett posture. If you know, you know.
Monsieur Edward Masterman, I believe. May I ask you some questions?
I can barely talk. I have a terrible toothache.
We have a doctor on board the train. Perhaps...
I do not need a doctor. I use essential oils. If you can find my flask of clove oil in my box, I would be grateful.
Fine, if you insist. I will help you.
Mr. Masterman's toothache. Cozy little compartment, but still solitary, which is nice. Almond. I've never known how to pronounce this one. Lang Lang? Lemon, lavender, clove, and jojoba.
By the smell, I think that the jojoba oil spilled on the other bottles, leaving their labels illegible. I must find another way to find which one is Masterman's toothache remedy.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, we got math.
The weighing scale is soaked in jojoba oil. It's unusual.
Okay.
Ah, this old scale will do the job.
Interesting. Okay. Well, lemon is the heaviest. The clove is clove's right in the middle.
To start, I must first arrange the vials from the lightest to the heaviest.
Certainly. Okay. Okay. So the blue one is heavier than the yellow one. Okay. What about the yellow and the black one? The yellow one is heavier than the black one. Okay, what about the black one and the green one? The green one is heavier than the black one. What about the black one and the red one? The red one is heavier than the black one. So the black one is the lightest. About the red and the green. The red is heavier than the green. What about the red and the yellow? The yellow is heavier than the red.
Now that I know the order, I think that I can easily guess which one is the clove oil.
Okay, well the jojoba has spilled. So the remaining 5 are probably clove, lavender, lemon, lang lang, and almond. So this would be the lemon. This would be the lavender. This should be the clove. This should be almond, and this should be lang lang. So it should be this one.
Here is Monsieur Masterman's remedy.
Clove. Okay.
Here is your remedy. I hope it will help.
Thank you very much, sir. Ah, well, I can finally speak without too much pain. I'm ready to answer your questions.
You are Monsieur Ratchet's valet?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Were you told that your employer was murdered?
Yes, sir. A very shocking occurrence.
I don't really detect accent, and since Ratchet is American, I'm gonna guess he's American. He's a valet. He looks middle-aged, probably 39.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
At what hour did you last see Monsieur Ratchet?
It must have been around 9 p.m., sir. That or a little after. I went to bed around 10:30 p.m., same as the person who shares my room, Mr. Foscarelli. He almost immediately began snoring.
What did you do then?
I read, sir, and I spent a while soothing my toothache with clove oil and listening to the snoring.
Did you hear anything during the night?
Yes, my roommate snoring.
Must be a very loud snorer. As someone who's also had roommates who snore, I understand his frustration.
Are you a smoker?
Yes, sir. I have a cigarette now and then to relax.
Was Monsieur Ratchet a smoker?
No, he finds smokers disgusting.
Tell me about your employer, Monsieur Ratchet.
I've been working for him for 9 months. I should not wish to speak ill of the dead, but he was not a gentleman, sir.
Did you know that he had enemies?
Yes, sir. I heard him discussing some threatening letters, sir, with Mr. McQueen.
Did he mention these letters to you?
He had been reading a letter when I came in. He asked me if I was the one who put it in his compartment. I told him that I had done no such thing, and he should report it to the police at the next station.
How did he respond?
He laughed, sir.
You're joking.
I do not joke, sir.
Forgive me, I can see you do not. Was he taking sleeping pills?
Always when traveling by train, sir. He said he couldn't sleep otherwise. Last night he asked me to give him 2. I did so, along with a glass of water. He dissolved them in the water.
Did you see him drink the water?
No, sir. I left right after I gave him the pills.
Can you tell me again why you gave sleeping pills to Monsieur Ratchet?
Yes, I gave him the pills because when he takes the train, he has trouble sleeping. The letter must have worried him. He specifically asked me to prepare the sleeping pills. I didn't see him drink the water with the pills in it.
Well, we know he would have been on his guard. When he takes the train, he has trouble sleeping. The letter must have worried him. He specifically asked me to prepare the sleeping pills. I didn't see him drink the water with the pills in it. I feel like he wouldn't have asked him to prepare the sleeping pills.
Monsieur, I believe you are not telling me the truth.
What? How can you say that?
Select the element that proves he's lying. The gun? Probably? He's on his guard.
He received threatening letters. One, it seems, last night. Did you know he had a gun under his pillow? And even asked for my help to watch over him? I find it strange that he asked you for sleeping pills when he was afraid for his life and prepared to defend himself.
I'm sure I don't know. Maybe to calm his nerves, maybe out of habit.
It makes no sense.
Wait, please. Isn't it possible that Mr. Ratchet asked me to prepare the pills, but didn't plan to drink them for some reason?
It is possible. But I am a student of character, monsieur, and the Monsieur Ratchet you describe is not the man I met.
If you'll excuse me, my toothache is getting worse again.
I'm afraid this time you must prepare your own clove oil.
I bet your toothache's getting worse. I'm on to you. I'm on to you. Alright. Okay, well, we have made some great progress. We've interrogated several suspects, got several important clues, solved some puzzles. We will continue our interrogations in the next part. If you enjoyed this part, please feel free to hit that like button and subscribe and hit that notification bell for more future Wizard Kitten content. Thank you so much for watching, fellow detectives. I will see you soon.